I'm sure at some point in all our lives, we came across card games and thought they were awesome. I mean, Pokemon, come on. That was probably like one of the few instances where a trading card game took off by storm in the United States. But no, this time I'm talking about Yu-Gi-Oh! Yes. And as popular as it was before it like completely went to hell, they spawned several video games, and I know, card games. Video game card games. How is that possible? Well, let me tell you, it's not without consequences. The first one, Yu-Gi-Oh! Forbidden Memories, yeah, for the PlayStation, that sucked balls. And no, let me back up. Let me give you a fair description of what this is. This is pretty much how it would be, and by would be I mean the actual card game, if you completely like disregarded all the rules and you up the difficulty setting to max. In the beginning of the game, you suck, pretty much. You start off as the Pharaoh, of course, so you get the option of choosing what you're called, and it really doesn't even matter because it's not like it's voiced or anything, so the hell. I mean, you're gonna just change into Yu-Gi-Oh! Anyways at like the middle of the game, and then switch right back to the Pharaoh, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Throughout the game, you suck. Point blank, you suck. Your cards suck. And the great thing about the cards is that most of them I have never ever seen at all in the real physical card game. I have never ever seen like 3/4 of these cards at all. And you're stuck with these cards pretty much throughout the whole entire game. Like literally every time you win, you get a crappy card. You might just be able to like score a really awesome card like Time Wizard in the beginning if you fight Joey. But like most of those like beginning fights, they're just optional. So that way you can unlock them in like this practice mode where you get star chips. Yeah, I know. At the beginning of the game, not even like in the actual Yu-Gi-Oh series yet, and you're already getting star chips. The hell. And that's pretty much useless. And you know why? Because all the good cards, they take over like 900,000 star chips to even like accumulate. You only get like 4 to 5 star chips if you like do an okay battle. You might get 7 if you like did really good, but your rank is pretty much like gypped because you mostly just stick to D or C. Very rarely have I ever been able to get an A. And even if you do get a good rank, that does not necessarily give you a good card. I've gotten like an S rank once, and all I got was a Karibo. The fuck? But anyways, beginning of the game, it's fairly straightforward. You fight Kaiba. Well, their version of Kaiba, it's just Seto. But I'm getting sidetracked. Let's focus on the game. See, this is how irate this game makes me. And the sad part is, this was like one of the few PlayStation games that I bought in like 2000 that I forced myself to play. This is literally like work. And I don't mean like the fun kind of work, like, you know, you have a job, you're getting paid, you might hate it, but you're still getting paid. There's like some initiative for you to like keep going to work. No, in this, it's like you're torturing yourself just playing this game. Like, there's no marital value anyways. If you're lucky enough to like get past the little duel tournament that's like the middle of the game when you actually switch to Yugi, you're gonna get ass raped by everybody because they have better cards than you do. Rex Raptor, Weevil, Pegasus, of course, he like has like nearly all the best cards. The only person who has the best cards is the person you lose to in the beginning of the game, and that's the only part that you can actually and are forced to lose. If you lose at any other point in the game, even like in the way beginning, like when you're fighting like practice, like Taya or like Joey or anything, it's an automatic game over. Even if you have like 1,000 cards that you've racked up from your shitty fights, you still lose. And I'm talking about this dude that you lose to. His name's too hard to pronounce. I don't even like care what it is. This dude's busting out stuff like Black Meteor Dragon, Red Eyes Black Dragon, Black Jungle Dragon. I actually survived long enough to see him upgrade a Blue Eyes White Dragon with 8,000 attack points. Now, 8,000 attack points, I'm like literally 1,000 life points away from just getting an instant game over. I don't even know how I lasted that long. But even after you get past the dual tournament part, you go back into the past where you're the Pharaoh again, and apparently all the Millennium items that were collected in the tournament that were put into cards, they're now scattered again, and you have to fight tribesmen or something. They're trying to stop you because they're trying to resurrect this king or whatever. He's supposed to be like the god of dueling. I really couldn't tell you what happens at the end. I never even got like past the second Guardian. I really didn't. And I completely smashed that game once I got Duelist of the Rose.